guys, thank you for joining Absolutely Necessary with Lyneise. And yes, I am absolutely your host, Lyneise. And yes, we will absolutely be having some conversations that are necessary for today's society and culture, especially for everyday people like me and you. I want to start off by thanking all my friends and family for clicking this video. Now, if you don't know me, you have absolutely no idea who I am, don't worry. Today, we're going to get to know each other very well because we're going to start off by reacting to some of my old TikToks. I'm 23 as of now. These TikToks that we're going to react to were from when I was 20 and 21. So it's going to be interesting for me to see if I agree with these things or if there's anything I disagree with or anything that I want to change, because over the past couple of years, I have lived some life. I have definitely changed my opinion on certain topics. So like I said, this is going to be very interesting for us both. Also, I am pre-recording this video, and I know that TikTok is expected to be banned on January 19th, which is my birthday. And if you look at the calendar, you'll see that it's the day that I'm launching this podcast. I'm curious to wake up on my birthday and see if I'm still able to click TikTok and scroll. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Sort of bittersweet because I got started on TikTok. And from that point, when I started making TikToks, I've kind of been like, okay, yeah, I definitely want to make a podcast because a little TikTok video is just not long enough for everything that I have to say and everything that needs to be said. I won't talk your head off anymore. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to react to some of my most viral TikTok videos, just a handful of them, and I'll be giving my commentary. And if you guys have anything to say, don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. I'm super excited. Also kind of nervous. TikTok is very different from YouTube. I feel like YouTube, to me, feels like a bigger world, and TikTok just kind of feels like a little handful of a world, but it's fine. We're going to start off by reacting to my very first viral video. And I remember I had the baby mamas heated with this video. So let's get into it. I be broke as fuck. I be broke as fuck. I be broke as fuck. But one thing I'm not is a baby mama. And that's enough. Because when I think about that, life kind of good. Because if I had a baby, that would be my 13th reason. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I'm definitely not broke AF anymore. Praise Jesus to that. In this video in particular, it was a very low moment for me. So me counting the fact that I wasn't a baby mama truly was a blessing. And I'm so sorry to all the baby mamas I offended. But basically where I was coming from is, in this particular moment, I probably had like no money in my bank account or a little bit of money in my bank account. I had just turned 21, and it was so crazy for me because, hi mom, not to throw your tea out there, but at that age, 21 or 22, my mom was having me. So my point is, I don't know how she did it. And to all the baby mamas that is watching this right now, you guys are truly superheroes, because the way that I felt in that video, yes, if I had a baby, it probably would have been my 13th reason. I couldn't imagine having $0 to my name and looking in the back seat and having a mouth to feed. Girl. And I feel like that's real. But while people are mad at this TikTok, let's just focus on the growth, okay? It is two years later, and I am not broke AF anymore and still not a baby mama. So clock that T. All right, enough of baby mama talk. We're going to go ahead and get into the next viral video. This video actually landed me on the news, and I was labeled a quiet quitter. At the time, I had absolutely no idea what a quiet quitter was. Let's get into the video and then get into what is a quiet quitter. It's actually weird how managers expect our young asses to take these jobs so serious. This job is not my craft. This job just pays my bills. Like, this job is not my life. I'm here, I do my job, I go the fuck home. What more could you want? Yeah. It's so funny because I felt like half of the internet was divided. On TikTok, mostly people were on my side. But then when I went on Facebook, I saw a different side of things. A lot of the older generation was just calling my generation lazy. And I mean, that's your opinion. You call it lazy, I call it knowing my worth, but go off, sis. To be honest, the only thing I would change in this videos is the eyebrows. Girl, eyebrows was tired, but that's not the point. What is quiet quitting? After the news got a hold of this video and I looked up the definition of quiet quitting, from my understanding, all quiet quitting is going to work and doing your job description and going home. And I absolutely don't see the problem with that. It seems like employers are just mad that the younger generation is less likely to bend over backwards at a job. But you have to understand, if you want me to bend over backwards at a job, you should probably pay me more. There's not a worse feeling than going to work, feeling overworked and underpaid. I think that's something we can all agree on. So I don't understand what employers don't get. As stated in the video, I'm here, I do my job, I go home. What more do you want? What more do you want? Employers, drop a comment down below. What do you want me to do? Sell an organ? Anyways, the next set of videos, they are sort of in the same realm or area of quiet quitting. I'm here, I do my job, I go home. Nothing sets me off more than this topic. It's honestly, at this point, a passion because we really need to talk about it. Why are y'all expecting people to go to work, do all this stuff, and then still be broke? Y'all are not paying people enough. That's the problem. All right, let's get into the next video.
Honestly, with the way these jobs set up, it's kind of just like pick your poison. Whose bullshit do you want to deal with? Because all of these jobs got bullshit. So I'm gonna just stick with my job. I'm gonna just stick with they bullshit because they bullshit. Like, I can deal with that shit. Honestly, with the way these jobs...
This is so funny. I agree and I disagree, because if you are miserable at a job, I'm gonna tell you to quit that job. I made this video and I've had about 2 jobs since then, literally, because at a certain point, the BS just becomes too much. Only thing I would have changed in this video maybe is the use of the word BS. Could have said drama, but it's fine. I said BS. Y'all know what the biggest red flag is? The biggest red flag is going to a job interview and the hiring manager is like, oh, we're like one big happy family. When I tell you, as soon as they say that, I'm like, oh, this job is going to be so dramaed out, because let's be honest, all families have drama. So you mean to tell me I have to deal with my own family drama and then I have to come to work and deal with work family drama? No, thank you. And this kind of leads on to the quiet quitting thing. Because again, if you go to the definition of quiet quitting, they have examples that quiet quitters may decrease conversations with coworkers. Is that not valid? Because in my past experience, offices are so full of drama. You talk to a coworker, they're going to say, oh, she said this, and now everybody knows. That's how drama starts. So yeah, I might go to work, do my job, not talk to you, and go home, period. Which again, I don't understand what the problem is. What is the problem with this logic? I don't understand why people are so angry. The next video is specifically for all of my customer service workers. Y'all know it'd be a struggle sometimes. I just worked my first call center job that I did quit, and I will never be working another call center job ever again. I am scarred for life. It was at a bank. The call volume was crazy. The calls were back to back. We hardly had a time to take a sip of water before another call comes through. It was terrible. So let's get into this video and let's see what I'm talking about.
So I work in customer service, and when we're on the phone and you're explaining to me what your problem is, you do not have to tell me the whole story. You don't have to over-explain. I know that's your trauma talking. That's the trauma coming through. But you don't have to over-explain to me. I'm not your parent. Just tell me the problem and have a blessed day.
I feel like I was very nice about this, but again, the internet was divided. TikTok was showing me love, but then other platforms were giving me hate. And I'm like, this is one of my most calm videos that I have on the internet, and this is the one that you guys choose to be angry about. But this is valid, especially if you're working in a call center. You have metrics and handle time. So people want to get on the phone and do all of this. You need to do this to a therapist. We can't listen to this all day, every day. There are a handful of people that, you know, just pull your heartstrings so you sit there and listen. But for some people, it's just constant nagging. And I'm like, you called for a specific reason. Let's address that issue so we can get you off the phone and you can have a blessed day. But some people just want to drag it on, drag it on, drag it on. They want to talk about their mom, their dog, their cat, their daughter, and all of the above. Then minutes later, oh, now you want to talk about the issue and you're angry about it. So now you need a supervisor, which leads us to the next video that we're going to get into. When a customer calls the store and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Can I speak to a manager?" the answer should be yes. It shouldn't be, "We'll leave a message and they'll call back." That shouldn't be the answer. The answer should be yes. We're not going to leave a message. You're going to take this call and deal with this angry customer. You guys, I'm getting over a cold. Before I react to this, I agree with everything, by the way, that was said. This is for a baby, but I'm using it for me. I'm getting over a cold, and I hate blowing my nose because then the bottom of it gets all raw and stuff, so excuse me for a moment. I honestly should be in bed right now, but my birthday gift to myself was to launch this podcast, so we're going to pull through and make it happen. I'm sorry if the energy isn't all the way here, but I'm trying my best, okay? I'm trying my best. Also have some peppermint tea. I don't really like peppermint, but I heard that it can help a cold, so we're going to drink some of that too. It's not that bad. Obviously, it's just minty, but I'll manage. I'm also going to Orlando tomorrow, and we're going to go to Disney, so I really need to pull through. I'm just like stocking up on vitamin C, everything. Like I'm determined to have a good birthday. I'm going to be 24. I want it to be a good birthday. Come on. Anyways, back to the video. Thank y'all for having that brief little moment with me. I definitely agree with everything that I said. At the time, I was working at a furniture store. And then after I was working at the furniture store, I was working at a medical office. And I noticed at those two jobs specifically, I was having this problem, which is very frustrating because first of all, if the first thing, like I said in the video, if the first thing that a customer says when you pick up the phone is, "I want to talk to a manager," absolutely, one moment, please. Let me place you on a brief hold while I get a supervisor for you, should be my response. It is so annoying when you then do that and then you go get the manager and they're like, "Who is it?" "Oh, tell them I'll call them back later." "Tell them I'm in a meeting." Because then you pick up the phone and the freaking customer is heated. Now they're screaming at you. "Oh, you guys always do this. You guys suck. You guys said that yesterday. You said that 3 weeks ago. I've been waiting to talk to a supervisor." Girl, you guys, you managers make all that money for a reason. You make more than me. You make more than me to handle stuff like this. So there's one scenario. And then there's the other one where, as the customer service agent, you do everything in your power to de-escalate the call, and the customer still isn't having that. Yeah, you're definitely going to a supervisor. I've done everything that I could to make the situation better for you. At this point, you just want someone to complain to. I don't make enough to hear it. Go to a supervisor. Yeah, supervisors, it's your job. I'm sorry. Deal with it. Please. It's not like y'all are picking up the phone and taking calls all day. You mean to tell me you can't de-escalate this one call? That is annoying. There's no other way to put it other than that grinds my gears. That'll make me want to clock out and go home. Seriously. That was the one thing that I did like about working at the call center, because as soon as someone says that they want a supervisor, absolutely, one moment please, and I send them to escalations. But sometimes in escalations, they used to try that. "Well, did you try to de-escalate the call?" No, I did not. The customer asked for a supervisor and they're refusing to give more information. Because that's how it used to be. I used to be like, "Well, is there anything that I can do to assist? Can I try to help you? I used to just even ask them, "Well, can you tell me a little more about the situation so I'll know what to tell the supervisor?" And they used to cuss me clean out. "Oh, you're not cussing me out. I'm putting you on hold right in the middle of that B word that you was about to call me, and I'm transferring you to a supervisor and you can proceed on with them." Hello. It's so funny because someone that's the name of Reeps on TikTok said the same thing. Call center. Agents are trying to de-escalate calls before forwarding. How about you take that and you shove it? I want to say it's fine. I want to say it's fine, but it's honestly not fine. It's honestly very frustrating. But we're going to move on from this, and we're going to hop into the next video, which, again, quiet quit this, quiet quit that. Let's get into it.
It just doesn't make sense to me. How do you have the ability to pay me the bare minimum, cut my hours if you want to? Basically, you want me to have the least amount of money required in my paycheck, yet you're confused why someone might come to work and act the way that they act.
Clock it.
What the fuck? Y'all are not self-aware, are y'all? Y'all just are not.
Clock that T. Because on a serious note, office jobs, for some people think that office jobs are easy girl jobs, but it's a lot of work that goes into an office, especially a medical or a dental office. It's a lot of work that goes into these positions. You're taking orders from doctors or higher ups if it's not a medical office. And then you're listening to customers on the phone scream at you about something that you didn't even do. They're fussing at you about something that their doctor did. I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't do it, but I can definitely fix it for you. On top of that, have you tried to go on Indeed or just go online and look up how much a medical receptionist makes, or any office specialist job in the medical or dental field? These people are underpaid. That is crazy. So you're going to work, busting your booty, doing all of this stuff, and then you're making scraps. Scraps, I tell you, scraps. And at the time that I made this video, I wasn't even in a medical office. I was just working in a furniture store. And I was making $14.25 an hour. That is nothing. I don't stay with my mom and dad. I have big girl bills. What am I supposed to pay with $14.25? It gets depressing. It really gets depressing when you're putting in this work and you're not seeing it back in compensation. That drives people crazy. And then after this, I did start working at a medical office, and I was the bomb.com at that position. I was just adding stuff onto my plate because I felt like I was really helping people. But to a certain point, I got to be like, okay, wait. I make this much and I'm doing all of this. How much do you make? You make more than me? And I'm doing my job and a little bit of your job because you can't keep up with your workload. So I asked my manager for a raise. Now, my manager, she was supportive. She did think that I deserve a raise, but she couldn't just give it to me. She had to ask her director, and her director said no. So then once the fiscal year came and it was time for everyone to do their evals and everything, I did get the highest percentage of a raise, but it was 3%, which added 72 cents onto my hourly rate, which was practically nothing because I have insurance and everything coming out. Seriously, it maybe added maybe $20 to $40 onto my check, which I appreciated. The more money, the better. But I quit that job. I did. I quit it. So once again, if you want to call me a quiet quitter for going to work and doing my job description and not talking as much as you would like, that's your business. I'm here. I showed up, didn't I? And this happens. This happens so often. Look at the comments. Someone said 10 people just quit at my job. So now their workloads is thrown on the last 4 employees left. And they acted mad when I asked for a raise. Give the girl a raise. And then feel personally attacked when you put in your notice or don't show up. Gotta do what's best for me, just like y'all do what's best for y'all. That's why these turnover rates at these jobs are insane. Because nobody's staying at these positions for longer than a year. Why do you think that is? It can't just be because everyone is lazy. It can't. You guys cannot just blame it on the fact that everyone is lazy. That's not what it is. Y'all aren't paying people enough. That's what it is. Have y'all seen the price of eggs, tissue, milk, paper towels? You guys are not paying people enough. Point blank, period. The next video that I'm going to be reacting to is just a video that I made for fun. I was at PetSmart just posting. I wasn't expecting this video to blow up, but I think the reason it blew up is because it's relatable. PetSmart is so fucking ridiculous. I mean, $55 for this bullshit. Oh, look at the kitties. Hi, kitties. They're so cute. Oh my God. Have y'all heard that the whole time? These people are mowing the grass, and I just realized it, and I'm like, have they been mowing the grass this entire time? Holy crap.
I mean, the prices on these shits are fucking ridiculous. Like, bitch, I might as well learn how to build one. Cause
That's when I was making $14 an hour. I definitely wasn't paying that for that. Going back to the last topic, things are expensive now. Employers aren't paying people enough, and the cost of living is steadily going up. What are we going to do? The last video that I'm reacting to didn't necessarily go viral, but it's hinting at the next video that I'll be posting next week. So I'm curious to see if my opinion has changed from 2 or 3 years ago as to now. I don't know what I said in this, so if it's insane, I'm gonna apologize in advance because I can be very unhinged sometimes.
As a Christian, I come from a worldview that says that every human being has dignity and worth. Not to disrespect any religion in general, but in my eyes, that's just pushing a belief onto someone.
why can't people just mind their business? Because just like you can say, well, I'm a Christian and I don't believe da-da-da-da. Well, what if I'm not a Christian? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't believe in abortion and you don't want to have one, you're going to take it away from everybody. Why? Why can't you just be like, well, I don't believe in that, so I'm going to mind my business? It makes no sense. What does having a ban on abortion do to benefit anybody except for you and your beliefs? How does that benefit anyone? Like, say something. Tell me why abortion should be banned or illegal just off of what you believe. Is that helping everybody or is it just helping you?
In all honesty, I don't feel like I said anything wrong or anything that offensive in the video. My personal view on abortion has definitely changed over the years, so I know how I felt during that time. But again, we'll talk about that during the next video. We're not going to get too much into it now. But I do sort of believe the same thing. I don't know if banning abortion would be that beneficial. I mean, I do think that if you ban abortions, clearly abortion rates will go down. But is that just going to make people want to have abortions in a much less safer way? I think that going to a clinic is probably the safest route out there. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. We're going to get into this next week. So that's going to be a juicy one, guys. It's going to be a juicy one next week. You guys got to tune in for that one. Thank you guys for sticking around with me for this little introduction video and reacting to some of my old TikToks that we may have to say goodbye to, but that's okay because we're going to have a new journey moving forward. If you guys like this content, I will be posting weekly, so be sure to tune in, especially for next week's episode. Again, thank you guys for watching Absolutely Necessary with Lyneise. I truly appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Don't hesitate to leave a like or a comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys next week on an all-new episode. And that's a wrap. It's a wrap for you, baby. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm sorry. Bye.